A lot of good comments and questions coming in. This one is UFC 312, Zhang Weili versus Tatiana Suarez. Uh, Truth Bringer says this is a bad matchup for Weili. If Suarez comes in healthy, I don't see how Tatiana doesn't beat her, more or less. And yeah, I mean, I really think Tatiana's got a good opportunity to win the belt here. Very good fighter. We all know what Zhang Weili can do, but this is more about, because of that, it's more about Tatiana Suarez and is she the future of the division for the next, 1 to 2 to maybe 3 years. Very possible. I kind of think the MMA community hopes that's what happens. We need someone like an Amanda Nunes to come in and win the belt and then win a few fights and keep the belt in one fighter's hands for like 3 to 5 title defenses and make a name for yourself. It's very possible. Or she could just walk in there and lose, and then it takes all that hype away. But if she keeps winning, the hype just continues to build. So I'm pulling for her, and I think she can win. 619ers says Umar was winning. Umar Nurmagomedov, that is, and I believe only lost because he messed up his hand. Can't imagine striking after breaking or doing what he did in the second round. So he's fighting with an injury at that point, is what Niners is saying, and yeah, that makes it difficult. And you see the turn or change in the fight in round 3, and then you get into the championship rounds, and it's even worse because now you're in uh, Merab Dvalishvili's uh, domain, like he's used to being there. No big deal. And the fight just completely swung. 2 rounds to none for Umar, then 3-0 for Merab, and he keeps the belt with one official at 4-1. Speaking of Alex Pereira, Magomed Ankalaev, big light heavyweight showdown for the title finally. Uh, Dale, I believe, 000, says, I agree with your statement. And who knows what that means, because I don't remember what I said. Probably in about 20 minutes, I'm not going to remember anything I said. It's on my mind, and then I get it off. That's why I like the podcast, get it off my mind. Boom. Go into the house and stream a little series and get lost in that. But in terms of that fight, come on, Pereira's got to win that one, right? So I'm hoping that's what you're agreeing with, because I'm sure that's what I said. 49ers faithful back again in the comment section, all over the place. This fight night is better than upcoming UFC 312, in my opinion. I saw this the other day. I'm glad we got this one. And I took a look at it when I saw that comment. I was like, all right, let me go fight by fight. And I'm like, you know what? You get into fight 6 and 7, it's pretty deep at Saudi Arabia. Now, when this fight's done, we tend to then look forward, and we don't look in the rear view too much except for the big fights. But right now, this fight card is deep, man. And so I got to agree with you. Now, when we break down 312, I'm going to remember this comment and look back and say, in hindsight, hindsight, of course, but let's see how Saudi Arabia goes down. But it's probably going to be a wild crowd, and people are going to be pumped up for it, for sure. In terms of Jon Jones and Tom Aspinall, Dana likes money more. And I guess right now you're saying that more money is coming with Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall. Okay, we'll see. Jon Jones is starting to call for Alex Pereira. And I don't know what Jon Jones is thinking. It's the same with Alex Pereira. So people are saying both of these guys are worried about Tom Aspinall. They're worried about the contenders in both of these fights, in Aspinall and Ankalaev. That Jon Jones and Pereira are worried about these guys. That's why they keep turning towards each other. I don't know. I can't get a read on it. I like to feel like Pereira's not worried about it and Jon Jones isn't worried about it, because these are two alpha males. So who knows? But it does seem like they do want to fight each other. But Pereira is tied up right now, so we'll see. By Alex says, Alexander Topuria will win by finish. I'm 100% sure. As of January 25, I will come back 8 February. Leaving dates. Saving receipts. I hear you, man. But it's just something about Cody Haddon. I can't go against him right now. But I feel what you're saying. Brett Bunker. I don't think so. MVP is faster, and I don't think the kicks will be that effective at that range Page fights. Talking about Michael Venom Page. Also, he's a slow starter. His best chance is if he goes to the latter rounds. I think the lack of depth uh, is going to be a big problem against MVP. And for sure, I mean, MVP has that awkward style, right? He's hard to get a read on. And I think MVP has a chance against anybody except the guy that puts pressure on him. And Shara is a guy that can do that, right? Shara is a guy uh, that can put pressure on you and create chaos and can match the chaos that's going to come by way of MVP with the awkward style and the constant head movement and all that. You know, we saw him in the last fight kind of get slowed down from that. And it leads me to believe that Shara can get the job done in this fight because I believe he's going to apply that pressure. And that's kind of what the thinking is with the prediction, is that Shara is going to find a way to win this fight.